diverse cultures of Scotland. Come and immerse yourself in the vibrant traditions of the African cultures. Enjoy a cultural gala of beautiful regalia and delicious food that make our communities unique. It's a night to honour our heritage through food, music and dance. Special guest artist Shay Longtom Yu. Official DJ Manu. Get ready to enjoy performances, traditional dance and captivating music ensembles. Don't miss this entertaining cultural exhibition and culinary delights from Cameroon. On Saturday, 14th of September, at one of Glasgow's finest, newest and exclusive venue, the home of the great event, Park Lane Loft. 82 Orr Street in Bridgeton, Glasgow, G40 2QF. Event starts 5:30pm until midnight. Secure your ticket now and prepare for a night of glamour and celebration. Entry ticket available now online for £20 at jamboradio.co.uk. £30 at the door before 9pm. Dinner served before 9pm at affordable prices. Do not miss. Dress code. Embrace the theme with your best black and white attire or your traditional regalia to enjoy the sophisticated atmosphere of the evening. This cultural gala is going to be an unforgettable evening. Get your ticket now.
Nosies. They're a bit weird, aren't they? Sticking out from our faces, smelling stuff, making us snore. But did you know they're also vital in the fight against flu? The flu vaccine is the safest and easiest way to help protect your child, and it's completely painless. All it takes is a wee scoosh up the nose. Flu can be serious, so look out for your child's letter in the poster from school and help beat flu with a wee scoosh. For more information, visit nhsinform.scot/childflu.
Across the World Wide Web on your mobile device and social media platforms, this is Jambor Radio, www.jamboradio.co.uk. We're multilingual, we're conversational, in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
The World Wide Web, on your mobile devices, on social media platforms. This is Jambo Radio! www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio! Jambor Radio, inspiring transformation.
Across the World Wide Web, on your mobile device, on social media platforms, this is Jambo Radio, www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
Established in 2006 as one of Glasgow's original mobile massage therapists, we deliver high-quality treatments with the ambition to forge permanent relations with clientele. We specialise in on-site massage, a type of treatment that has been specifically designed to complement the convenience and availability of massage at work. It is performed with the use of a specialist mobile chair, without the use of oils or the need to remove clothing. At Massage and Glow, we believe that massage should be a part of your everyday lifestyle. Regular massage not only relieves stress and tension, but also stimulates blood circulation, can help with pain management, and promotes good mental health. A must for your busy schedule. Various holistic therapies available. Contact us now on 07530 905 152 for your mobile massage therapist.
Across the World Wide Web, on your mobile devices, on social media platforms. This is Jambo Radio! www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio! Jambor Radio, inspiring transformation.
Inspiring transformation indeed. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Enterprise in Scotland. I'm really excited about this episode in particular because the guest is a remarkable individual, someone that I always try to have time. We never get enough time to speak because we meet kind of in very busy environment. Of course, I'm talking about Jasin Rad. Ruta Sikwa, yes, that's right. See, I forgot the name, just because we were talking too many things before we started this program. Anyway, welcome to the show. Of course, Enterprise in Scotland, our weekly show focused on bringing conversations around ethnic minority-owned businesses in Scotland. I'm George Starr. Today on the show, we are talking to Jasin Ruta Sikwa. Of course, she's a co-founder of Matuga Distillers Limited right here in Scotland. And Jasin co-founded this with her husband, Paul Ruta Sikwa, who is the head distiller. Welcome to the show, Jasin. Good morning.
Good morning, George.
Welcome. And really interesting, because I was looking up, what you do and what Matuga Distillers does. It is rooted in Jamaica's rum making traditions, but show the culture of showcasing the culture and flavors of East Africa, blended with Scotland's proud distilling heritage. This is quite broad, isn't it? It's a lot. And it's a lot of culture in there. So tell us.
It's a real cultural fusion. So, my husband Paul and I moved up from London back in 2017. We moved from London to Livingston, really to achieve our ambition of launching a rum distillery right here in Scotland. Uh-huh. So obviously Scotland's known for whiskey and gin. Also beer in terms of alcohol, and increasingly there are rum distilleries popping up around Scotland, from the Highlands to the Lowlands and Islands, and so we find ourselves part of this really exciting burgeoning Scottish rum scene. Really high quality spirits being made right here in Scotland. I'd say our company brings a very unique dimension to the scene, because we really are a company that lean into our cultural heritage. So as you mentioned, my family's from Jamaica. So my grandparents were part of the Windrush generation. So they came over post-war to help rebuild the nation and stayed to make a better life. So, and they would have brought culture, cuisine, and the national spirit, which is rum. So rum really is part of my family rituals. It's how we celebrate. It's how we get together, and it's a very special spirit for our family and the Caribbean. Paul is from Uganda. He was born and raised in Kampala, born in Kampala, and came over to England to obtain his civil engineering degree from Leeds University. And we find ourselves in Scotland now, raising our daughters and raising a business. So we all often talk about this rum triad, which, as you say, is Scotland. So Paul actually retrained, so pivoted from being a civil engineer to our head distiller through Heriot-Watt University. You can get a qualification in brewing and distilling at Heriot-Watt University.
Okay, is that kind of really special in the industry?
I mean, that's pretty much why we moved to Scotland. So we knew we needed to get the education for distilling, and we looked at where globally you could get that education, and Heriot-Watt, in Edinburgh is the place, attracting students from around the world. And so Paul studied with world-class faculty and leaders. And full circle now, Paul now teaches the students at Heriot-Watt how to make rum. We have the craft rum school for Heriot-Watt.
Wow. That's interesting. So in terms of, making that big move, people living in London to move to Scotland because you wanted to pursue this, this business adventure. Should I call it adventure? Yeah. So how is it so far? How is that experience? I mean, from 2017 to now, I'm sure. How is that with the family?
And even before that, I mean, Paul and I had actually got into the spirits business back in 2015. Kind of finding our way. We were doing it on the sides. Paul's a civil engineer. I was in corporate marketing. So we've come a long way. Because at the outset we really didn't know much about the spirits business. Distilling, it was all kind of, we've learnt over the last almost decade. So we have built a really great foundation, we have really finessed our craft. We have won many, many, many awards, George.
Of course.
So we have a lot of confidence in our rum making. Our rums are beautiful. And now it's about taking our business to the next level. You know, and similar to a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, a lot of highs and lows along the way. It is not easy, and especially this is our family business, so we are all in and wholly committed. So a lot of sacrifices, a lot of wins, and I think adventure is the right word.
It's the right word to use, yeah. So when you talk about moving the business to the next stage, what is the next stage look like?
So
ideally,
yeah. So I guess over the last since 2018, we have grown at a pace that suits us. You know, every year we're getting more demand. So in response to demand, we've had to increase our production capabilities. And the big step change for us was in 2022. We did a crowdfunding campaign. Which is, you know, quite a popular way for people to raise funds. Some people do rewards based, and we did an equity. So we hit our target, and that allowed us to get a significant piece of kit. So we now have a 2,000 litre still, which has increased our capacity tenfold. So we can make 10 times more rum now.
Okay.
And so we have our own brands. We have two brands. We have Matuga rum,
yeah.
which I know you've tried.
Yes.
And
Did you bring one today?
Well, I have a little in my bag.
Oh, no, right. You know what? Yeah. Well, let's not talk about alcohol in the morning. But
and we have so Matuga is our Africa-inspired brand, and Matuga is actually a place.
Yes.
So Matuga is a place in Uganda where we have a land holding. Paul's late mother was a farmer, and we're working to turn it into a sugarcane estate. So that brand Matuga is really East Africa meets Scotland. We call it Scottish craft, African soul, gourmet spirits. And then we have our Live for Livingston.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we have our Live range, but Live means life and living.
So you covering territory in terms of your brand. And
that's very much inspired by place, Livingston, but Live means life and living, and we have that brand in the co-op. So we've managed to get our...
That is presently in the co-op?
In co-ops, select co-ops. I believe at least 2 stores in Glasgow. There's our Live passion fruit and pineapple rum, so please look out for that, everybody.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Tropical. So you know, we've been able to get our rums into certain you know, trade places, into bars. We do export. We export to France. So now, looking ahead, it's to go further. So currently our rums are available in the UK and France. Now we want to look at new territories. We want to bring our rums to East Africa. We call this the homecoming. You know, where my in-laws are asking, when are you bringing this?
When are you bringing that?
Bringing this to the region. So, and we're also looking at North America. We're looking at really pushing ourselves and our marketing, and that requires further capital. So we're actually getting ready to raise further funds to really turbocharge our plans.
Okay, and for you to be able to do that, is it just positioning you know, your business in the places that, for example, you know, have to be on these kind of festivals? I know LADA was organized. That's one thing that, you know, one of the kind of a public event or community event that which is an annual thing now. So is that the strategy, or how do you go about in terms of how do you raise capital? How do you raise? You've talked about crowdfunding, but that enabled you to be able to produce more now. But going forward, what's the strategy of how you want to raise the next capital to expand broader?
Yeah, so that's a good question, George. So, you know, as entrepreneurs, you just have to be creative. There's so many different ways to bring funds into your business. There's obviously selling your goods and services. There's bootstrapping, which is, you know, using your own resources. We have experience of raising funds through commercial loans, which are not easy to get. You know, a lot of founders find it very difficult to get funding from institutions because we're seen as being quite risky.
It is high risk, isn't it?
You've got to work really hard to prove, the viability of what you're doing, and get the banks on side. And we were fortunate. In fact, our first commercial loan was from Clydesdale Bank, and we had tried a number of banks, and everybody said no, because we're too early stage, too risky. But what I really appreciated about Clydesdale Bank, now Virgin, is that we got a chance to speak with an individual who took the time to understand our ambition and the numbers, and said yes. And actually, I always name check Sophie. Sophie helped us to get the capital that we needed to get the initial distillery set up off the ground. So moving beyond that, loans is helpful. We needed bigger. We did think about, and we had to learn fast about the investment landscape, how you raise funds. You can raise funds through institutions or through individuals. And we decided that we wanted to raise our funds at that stage through individuals. And that's why crowd fundraising, because you're reaching out to the crowd, worked really well for us. And we ended up getting about 350 people on board.
So these are all individual investors now?
Yes, individual investors within Crowdcube.
Crowdcube, yeah.
And not only have they contributed and invested, and they've put in anything from £10 upwards.
Yeah.
They are our ambassadors and our marketers. So really, really powerful way, and not an easy way to raise. That whole crowd fundraising campaign took about 6 months of our energy
for you
from beginning to end. Yeah, it was
and
very
to hit the
intense.
target as well.
Yes, and and it's quite risky because if you don't hit your target, you don't get the funds.
Wow.
So there's a lot at stake, and we generally needed that capital to grow. But the good news is that we did hit our target, and we got that investment, and that allowed us to move to the next.
Of course, that's fantastic.
Level.
So, in terms of how such businesses are supported in Scotland, how do you find within the ecosystems of business, investment, investors, and how is that working for you? Are they more, because the business is based in Scotland? I'm thinking, are there any support mechanisms that are available to support a business like yours to be able to gain the growth plan that you have?
I would say yes, and I'm a Londoner, so I also have the experience of having our business in England for several years, and I can say that since we've moved to Scotland, we have really capitalized on the abundance of resources that are here, from Scottish Enterprise to your local business gateway service, and there are so many accelerator programs, the kind of I don't know what you call these, these fast-paced, maybe 3-month programs, which will help you get from to move your business along.
Yeah.
And we've benefited from quite a few of those programs. And what you get is, access to education, but networking is really key for any business because, for us, where we were learning a new industry in a new country, it's really important for us to meet the right individuals who could help us get to the next level, and also the whole kind of peer-to-peer support. So being able to meet other founders who may not necessarily be in your space or your industry, but have the same kind of challenges and growing pains. There's a lot that you can learn from one another. So I would say that we've been very blessed with the abundance of resources up here, but it's for you to kind of make the most of the opportunities.
And I'm also thinking around when you said about raising capital, and also when the success of your crowdfunding, was that mainly in Scotland?
No, George, it was global.
Global, okay.
And that's why crowd fundraising through these leading platforms is so powerful, because you are presenting to a crowd who could be based in the UK, but they could be based in Brazil, and that's what happened to us. So I would say that predominantly, the investors were based in the UK, but we had a lot from Europe, South America. So it opened up our network through that route.
Yeah, and in terms of how the route to other markets, whether internal markets or external markets, what sort of I'm just keen to know, like, what sort of, how do you approach that?
So again, you kind of learn through other people within your sector. So we are firmly part of Scotland Food and Drink, and there is an agency called Scotland Food and Drink, which is set up to support us. So we look at other brands and where they've been able to get traction. So for us, routes to market are getting our product into stores, into specialist spirit stores or supermarkets, but also we want to be discovered around Glasgow and Edinburgh, so getting our products into bars and hotels and restaurants is also really important, so that a bartender can suggest a great cocktail made with Matuga, and that will help a customer to discover us and then maybe want to find us again on Amazon after. There's so many different routes to market for our spirits brand. Direct to customer has been really important, so through our own website.
Direct to customer would be people that are buying from your website,
finding us somehow. Either purchasing through our online store or finding us at an event. We do farmers markets, we do trade shows, both in the UK and as I mentioned, we export to France. So we go to Paris twice a year.
Do you go to Paris twice a year for a specific event, or?
Yes. So we have an importer who's based in Paris who supplies our rum across France. So we support the team, and they will participate in 2 signature events in Paris. So it's important for us to go out and represent our brand.
Absolutely.
So I'll go to Paris. In fact, I'll be in Paris in 3 weeks' time.
Wow.
And I'll be on a stand that says Matuga and Écosse, which is...
And that... Scotland is French, yes.
And that, So, and that in itself attracts so much intrigue because, people associate Scotland with really good quality, but they'll be scratching their heads to think, okay, this is a rum from Scotland. Okay, I must try this because I know the whiskey is superb. So the rum must be good.
It must be, of course, it has to be. Yes. It's wonderful because I'm really fascinated by how we could be talking about Matuga distillers here. Looking at it as a local company,
it is.
But it is international
with global ambitions.
For sure. But it's not just an ambition; you're already doing it.
Well, yes, and we want to go further because we are very ambitious. But for us, I mean, it is trailblazing. This is a brand new category, Scottish rum on the global stage. So what we've been talking about, if you think about in wine and whiskey, you have something called like New World wine. New World whiskey, do you understand? This is where whiskey may be made in an atypical place like Australia or atypical regions, and that's the same for us. We are part of New World rum.
Okay.
So we're not from the typical Caribbean nations. It's not coming from South America. It's coming from Scotland.
Yeah.
And it's a new frontier. So that's bringing something very different. And even in the profile of our spirits. The spirits are very, very unique. Paul he's a very unique style through his love of whiskey, through his expert barrel selection, through his, fantastic craftsmanship and use of our still. he's making very, very groundbreaking spirits. And in fact, we won an award for our very first 3-year-old rum. So we got an outstanding gold, which is 98 points out of 100 from the International Wine and Spirits competition. And
Wow. Yeah.
anybody in the sector will know that that's quite an
It's
accomplishment.
a big thing. Is it like the Oscar for
It is, George. It's like the Oscar.
in the drinks industry? Right. Okay. The other thing I wanted to check, because obviously, this is kind of really a family focused
Yes.
thing. I mean, we can talk about the business, we can talk about all the ambitions in terms of that, but it is really about. I think for people listening to this and thinking how do families do business, what's the constraint, what's the challenges, looking after kids, how do you look after each other, how do you spare the time to actually be a family when all your focus is around the business, especially when the business is still a kind of a stage where you're still wanting it to grow,
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you manage?
Yeah, it's a lot, but we do manage. I think Paul and we're a very, very good team. Paul is an engineer, I'm creative. We're very good at troubleshooting together.
Okay, yeah. And those skills complement each other in terms
most
of
definitely.
the way you want to
And
work.
as an entrepreneur, there's a daily challenge of troubleshooting. So we are great at that. When it comes to our family, family first. So our children are being raised in a situation where they have entrepreneurial parents. So for them, what's quite interesting is, I didn't really have those role models when I was a young person. So I never had an ambition to have a lemonade stand. Our children have already got business plans. They are 10 and 7.
That's good.
One for I shouldn't give their products.
Don't give that idea away. Yeah,
but I
they
love
already
that.
have business
So we've
plan.
normalized it, and for myself, there are not many black women. In fact, I'm possibly the only black woman to own a distillery, co-own a distillery in the UK. Paul is one of the UK's only black African distillers. So we are trailblazing, but for our children, that's all very normal, So in terms of their aspirations, we hope that sky's the limit for them. And it's not easy. I think it's for any working parents, juggling family and work is challenging. So, but what we do is make sure we get our family time. So Sundays is sacred. Paul will cook for us. We'll have that sacred
So
time.
he's a good distiller and also a good cook.
He is head chef and head distiller.
Okay, head distiller in the household. Yes,
and head chef.
Yeah.
So all of that is really important for nourishing our family, having that quality time. I think it was weekend before last. The weather was great. We just took a lovely stroll to our local lake.
Absolutely.
And just to get off the work, and to not talk about work, which is hard when you have a family business.
Yeah, and the young family for that matter.
Yes.
Because I'm just thinking, okay, what is kind of a daily routine like, for typical? I'm just thinking about, a family of similar size of like yours, and that with kids of that age, and someone thinking, I've done my business idea. Well, I know quite a lot of people that literally left brilliant business ideas just because they bring up a family.
Right.
Yeah. What would you say?
Oh, goodness. I guess it's just about finding whatever resources and help you can to keep that dream alive. I mean, when we moved to Scotland, we lost our entire family support. We were so spoiled in London, aunties and uncles.
In London, you had uncles.
Right. So we've had to build a brand new network up here, and we've done that really well. So from our neighbours to, the children's friends and that network, that's been really helpful, because sometimes we have to work in an evening or on a weekend. So all these things make it possible for us to be able to do, to focus on the business when we need to. and make sure that we got support for our family.
Wow.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
But I guess between the two of us, you know, so for example, daily I do the pick up for the school. I'm at the school gate, you know, and there's a bit of working from home, so it's just finding a way to make it work.
Yeah, but it is quite a lot, because in terms of size of your team at the moment, just the benefit of listeners, what's the size of your team?
Oh,
to
we're
run
small.
this?
We're really punching above our weight. We have 5, you know, so Paul and I at the helm. We do a lot between us. I mean, Paul is everything around technical. That's his space, and I'll be working on business development and strategy and marketing. And you know, we can bring in support as we need it. So if we do an event, we'll have a lot of kind of part-time support. But looking ahead, we really do want to bring new resources into the team to kind of help us move to the next level. So
So would that be more, when you say more resources, would that be more human resources?
Yes.
Or, well, obviously there's always the financial resources to kind of
to power that. But yes, we're looking forward to having more support in production, because as demand increases, we need to make more rum, and Paul needs some more help.
Do you feel any pressure being the only black woman in, you know, to co-own a distillery? And also, how does that work, like in you and your husband Paul's you know, do that conversation comes up, you know, time and again, to say, wow, we trailblazing something here, but you know, how do you tackle that?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And you know, I've had this conversation with Tina Matembe, and I was explaining my perspective is, you know, it's called the burden of representation. The burden of representation. So what that means is, you know, for myself, I feel that you know, my success reflects on our community in a way that might not be the same for my other counterparts. So you do feel, I wouldn't say pressure, but you feel that responsibility, accountability, that if I make it through, I can bring other people up. And the same for Paul, you know, he can inspire other African students to think about, you know, who are maybe on science and engineers on that sort of track, to think about distilling, you know, because we are the consumers. Why can we not be the artisans? Why can't we be the artisans? So, and you only need to see one example, right? So the example is here. And what's encouraging is that since we've been in the business, I mean, I'm pretty sure we were one of the first black-owned brands, but that's changed. So there's a lot more now, because you just need to see that it's possible, to sit at the table and be in the space. And it's definitely improved and improving. Probably not so much on the distillery side, you know, so that's the next frontier for more black ownership around distilleries. But it's quite a big undertaking to have that operation. So
of course.
Yes, it's but
but there is I mean, I know you mentioned it, but there's more to that, because there's also you know, trying to inspire the community, and then also the community also, you know, kind of wanting to find their own niche.
Yes.
In how they can be the inspiration they gain from your efforts, and how they can interpret that into their own business idea or what they can do. But I'm particularly keen on the fact that, you know, in this space of business in general, you know, and having black women at the very top, and for me, it's just important that, you know, some young girls or, you know, women that are out there thinking about doing something, it's not just finding a way that it can work for your family, but it's also to encourage that motivation. What keeps you motivated? That's my question.
Honestly, my daughters is, you know.
So it's you thinking that, you know, what do you want them to see?
I would have had a different answer prior to their arrival, but yeah, and Paul would have maybe a different response. I don't know, but for me, Yes, that's definitely part of it. I am motivated to excel as their role model as well, and to inspire them. And I guess there is definitely something around, we do have that awareness of trailblazing. We are motivated to showcase our culture and our traditions in this space. And I love the fact that since we've moved up to Scotland, we really have been so welcomed. So, and we don't dilute anything. So when people come to our distillery, you're basically coming into our home. There's African hospitality, there's Caribbean influence, but we're able to show up as ourselves, with our African pride and our pride in my Caribbean roots. And that's kind of melded with our life in Scotland, and I love that, and
it's a good mixture, isn't it? I mean, I'm speaking like someone that's lived in Scotland for this long. I think it's a very good mix in terms of what you do, and all those backgrounds, the heritage, the linkage to that as well. I think, So you're right. I'm just confirming that. It's a good way to find a good niche and be in the right location.
Yes,
definitely. Stuff culturally, heritage-wise.
We've definitely found the right home, for us to raise this business. And as I say, our daughters are blossoming here as well. And also so much of it is about our family values as well. So Paul and I are from very similar, big, loving families. I mean, I have a big Jamaican family in South London. Most of Paul's family are in Kampala, and when we united our families, we felt that it was very similar, very beautiful families, and our family rituals are very much around socializing with food and feasting. So we actually bring all of that to our business. So when we're talking about ways to enjoy rum, it's very much tied to our cultural heritage. So there's always food. This is about rituals around getting together, socializing with your loved ones, and our rum might be in the mix with some beautiful food and music.
Of course, that always works. Foods, drinks, music has to be. It can
the vibe. That's it.
I can't believe it.
So I
want to come to one of your parties.
Yes.
So let's end up with some of the initiatives that you develop in terms of community engagement and as part of the brand. Lada Festival. This is specifically it's just a food and drink. So how do you see that?
So Lada means, again, we use a lot of Swahili, language of East Africa and beyond. So Lada means taste and flavour, as I understand it. So having been in Scotland since 2017, now I'm coming from London, which is obviously very diverse. And diverse in its schedule of cultural events, from the Notting Hill Carnival, etc., where I see, diverse producers, diverse food. And I really hadn't seen anything like that up in Scotland in the time that I've been here. And I knew that, so we are representative of African Caribbean founders. And I knew that there were others, not necessarily in beverages, but in food and etc. And just had the idea to bring us all together, right? To showcase our craftsmanship right here in Scotland as artisans, and to showcase our heritage and our traditions and our flavors. And that's basically the essence of Lada.
That Lada, and absolutely. Listen, Jason Utasikwa, you are the co-founder of Matuga Distillers Limited right here in Scotland. I really want to appreciate you for coming in this morning. I've been looking forward to this conversation. I'm so glad that we've had this conversation. And thank you so much for making the time. This next hour of the program, the next part of the program, we're going to have AMG Realtor representative right here to talk about investment opportunities. So I think we can listen into that. And of course, there will be also, I think this is an opportunity to build some synergies as well. I don't know, you can stay back if you don't have, if you have a bit of 5 minutes, maybe stay behind, then we can make some connections as well. Because the reason I like this program is because I think building connections is also important. It's also part of the production, But thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, George.
Excellent. So I appreciate that. So the next half will be my colleague Tony will be on this set, and he will be speaking to AMG Realtor talking about investment. And there is a wonderful event that's coming up at Calabash African Restaurant in Glasgow this evening, which I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, see you next week.
Attention all investors. AMG Realtors is here in the UK, bringing you unparalleled investment opportunities right back home. For the past 12 years, AMG Realtors has been your trusted partner in real estate, specializing in land that we proudly own and sell. We offer prime land in sought-after locations like Juja, Malindi, Nakuru, Nanyuki, and Kangundo Road. And guess what? Our newest investment opportunity is in Texas. But that's not all. Mark your calendars. Join us for a free mega dinner on Saturday the 24th at the Calabash African Bar and Restaurant from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's an evening you won't want to miss. We'll also be hosting one of the team members from AMG Realtors on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. She will talk more about various investment opportunities. Plus, we'll be in Glasgow until the 28th of August, ensuring your investment needs are met. AMG Realtors, where your dream investment becomes a reality.
It's time for a cultural bonanza. The Black and White Cultural Gala is one of its kind in Scotland. Join us to celebrate the rich and diverse cultures of Scotland. Come and immerse yourself in the vibrant traditions of the African cultures. Enjoy a cultural gala of beautiful regalia and delicious food that make our communities unique. It's a night to honour our heritage through food, music and dance. Special guest artist Shay Longtom Yu. Official DJ Manu. Get ready to enjoy performances, traditional dance and captivating music ensembles. Don't miss this entertaining cultural exhibition and culinary delights from Cameroon. On Saturday 14th of September at one of Glasgow's finest, newest and exclusive venue, the home of the great event, Park Lane Loft. 82 Orr Street in Bridgeton, Glasgow, G40 2QF. Event starts 5:30 p.m. until midnight. Secure your ticket now and prepare for a night of glamour and celebration. Entry ticket available now online for £20 at jamboradio.co.uk. £30 at the door before 9 p.m. Dinner served before 9 p.m. at affordable prices. Do not miss. Dress code. Embrace the theme with your best black and white attire or your traditional regalia to enjoy the sophisticated atmosphere of the evening. This cultural gala is going to be an unforgettable evening. Get your ticket now.
Established in 2006 as one of Glasgow's original mobile massage therapists, we deliver high-quality treatments with the ambition to forge permanent relations with clientele. We specialise in on-site massage, a type of treatment that has been specifically designed to complement the convenience and availability of massage at work. It is performed with the use of a specialist mobile chair, without the use of oils or the need to remove clothing. At Massage and Glow, we believe that massage should be a part of your everyday lifestyle. Regular massage not only relieves stress and tension, but also stimulates blood circulation, can help with pain management, and promotes good mental health. A must for your busy schedule. Various holistic therapies available. Contact us now on 07530 905 152 for your mobile massage therapist.
Attention all investors. AMG Realtors is here in the UK, bringing you unparalleled investment opportunities right back home. For the past 12 years, AMG Realtors has been your trusted partner in real estate, specializing in land that we proudly own and sell. We offer prime land in sought-after locations like Juja, Malindi, Nakuru, Nanyuki, and Kangundo Road. And guess what? Our newest investment opportunity is in Texas. But that's not all. Mark your calendars. Join us for a free mega dinner on Saturday the 24th at the Calabash African Bar and Restaurant from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's an evening you won't want to miss. We'll also be hosting one of the team members from AMG Realtors on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. She will talk more about various investment opportunities. Plus, we'll be in Glasgow until the 28th of August, ensuring your investment needs are met. AMG Realtors, where your dream investment becomes a reality.
Hello. We are live, Enterprising Scotland on Jambo Radio. Today I have exciting guests. We're going to speak about investment, property. And with me in studio is Caroline from... I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, yeah? That is more fun. So, on my left I have two ladies. And they're going to introduce themselves and tell you what they do and what they're about. But I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting conversation around investment and, getting property. So on my first left is who?
Hello. My name is Caroline Washira. I deal with property and I work with AMG Realtors Limited as a sales team leader.
Pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And who else do we have?
Hiya, my name is Violet Wambui. I've been doing real estate for over 15 years. I live in Scotland, and my interest is to make sure we bring the best properties. And today we brought AMG, and we have properties as well in Scotland and in the UK.
Very excited about this conversation, actually. It's going to be a quick one, but I want it to be a very thorough one. There's a lot of things about property that I'm also curious about. One thing I noticed about AMG is that we can buy property in America.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that's a thing. That's the first. Have you ever heard of that? Even Violet, you said you've been in property.
No, I've never heard of any Kenyan company doing properties abroad. So AMG is the first one. They are doing. Do you want me to say a little bit about it? Yeah. So Caroline and her team, they have 60 acres in total for 3.9 Kenya shillings. That's 30,000 USD. Half an acre in Texas, USA.
Literally, you can buy land in US.
Oh yes.
Yeah. We
tell us about it.
We
how did even that become a thing? So this company is called AMG.
Yes.
Has been selling land in Kenya first?
Yes, please, yeah.
For how long?
We've been in business for the last 12 years. So we've been operating majorly in Kenya, but now we have property in Texas as well.
How does that even happen? How are we buying land in America? Me, I want to go to the US of A. How are we buying land in... And then, wait, you buy land in, are we buying it like how we buy land in Kenya? Is everything the same?
Yeah.
So you own it. It's yours.
It becomes yours, yes.
Kafuroti in US.
Absolutely. Why not?
Maguta.
It just goes to shows when you dream big, you can achieve anything. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I saw your adverts and I was like, is this like a gimmick?
No, it's not.
It's real.
Yes, the land is real.
People are buying land in Texas.
Yes.
Wow, that is amazing.
Absolutely.
What else do you have?
Yes, so first of all, before even I speak about what we have, is thank you for having me, and thank you for having me in Scotland.
Welcome to Scotland. How's the weather, first of all?
Honestly, a bit chilly.
It's summer.
It's this summer.
This is the best weather we've had ever.
Interesting.
It's still raining and all, but that is summer.
Our weather back at home is quite the same.
I wish you brought us some sun.
Oh God, yeah.
Unfortunately, couldn't fit in my bag, but here we are. Yes.
And how is our hospitality though?
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
You've been around. How long have you been around?
I came to Glasgow on Thursday.
Okay.
Yes, so I've been here for 2 nights. Yeah.
It's been good?
It's been good. It's been really good.
Have you seen, you've gone to our Choma place here?
Yes. Looking forward to having you guys actually today.
Today we're having an event, right?
Yes, I'll be hosting.
We should be telling people about that. We have an event.
We do have a mega dinner.
Yeah?
Yes.
What are people to expect?
They expect to meet me, of course.
Yes.
And they expect me to bring insightful information about how you can invest back at home. Amazing deals, of course.
Yeah.
As AMG, we don't come just as we are. We bring good things together.
Yeah, I'm already excited about.
I can imagine. Yeah, it is going to be really good.
Maybe you guys will even make people own land in UK, probably. Who knows?
Who knows? I told
we
you.
Have Vio
just
here.
need to dream.
Yeah.
And you've forgotten. There's free nyamachoma.
Absolutely,
Guys,
yeah.
come on.
Yes.
There's free nyamachoma today.
Yeah.
So if I just come,
Yes.
there's nyama.
Yes.
As long as you buy land.
I'm buying land in US.
Yeah, it's really exciting. You don't want to miss out. Please come in. I've prepared for you. I've been waiting for you. Yes, we love to host as well. Yeah.
So this show, Enterprising Scotland, we're here to, you see, the black community, we're here to inspire, we're here to tell people about stuff that is happening and how we can get better as a community. The biggest question is this. It's not only AMG who sells land.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of companies who sell land. So why AMG?
Okay, that's a
Why
very good and a very insightful and interesting question.
Yeah.
Because as AMG, we endeavor, first of all, to something that's really unfortunate is that you can work hard and make money, but you don't have a way of investing.
Yeah.
That's really sad because most of the time, people have an issue with capital.
Exactly.
Or money.
Yes.
But now you could be having it, but you can't trust nobody. You can't be able to invest it, which should not be the case. So as we have come in to offer solution and to just be a conduit between you and your investment. So why AMG? That's a very good question. Already I'm excited to speak about it because we stand by 5 things.
Yeah.
And even myself, these are the things that you get in and you are told explicitly that this is what we stand for and this is what we'll forever stand for as a business. One standing out factor is that we sell land that we own. No third party. There's nobody who owns this land apart from AMG.
So land that you own is like, this property is already under AMG.
The property is already registered. Registered under AMG Realtors.
Even in US.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
There's proof and documentation to support that, which essentially that means even the time of delivery has been cut. So that we can deliver the deed pretty fast because there's no middleman. The transaction is between the customer and AMG.
Yeah.
We don't need to get back to the owner and ask, now they've
Permission.
paid. So what do you think we should
How do you even build? Do you need permission plans to build in US, or is it everything is sorted under AMG and someone will just buy and go ahead and start their construction?
So all these details will be worked out. If anything, we can't be able to do that, we'll point you in the right direction. Okay. So basically that's how we run. That's one thing. The other thing is that we give a 60 money back guarantee. What does that mean? What essentially that means is you are able to get your title deed processed and delivered to you within 60 days or less. In most cases, it's actually less.
All right.
Which ensures that you don't have the mental agony of wondering, will I get the title deed? Because it's just within such a short time frame. And that majorly also has been what we have stood by, that we will deliver your title deed. The other thing is that it comes to your doorstep. We are in Kenya,
yeah?
So delivering it, we'll do it by DHL. We have a partnership which ensures that the deed will meet you at your doorstep. There's no hassle. We don't like investors struggling and hustling. You worked hard for the money, so the process should be
here
seamless.
And we are like, there's a disconnect. I'm buying something, it is all the way in Kenya.
Yeah.
Violet, what has been your experience with dealing? You sell property here.
Yes.
What is your experience with the comfortability or the confidence in the market for people who are here buying something that is in Kenya and that transaction?
Now, when I started doing real estate in the UK, that's in 2018, you come and listen to people's stories, and they've been conned by family, by friends. And I remember I vowed, and I'm like, you know what, if I cannot buy a certain property, I will not sell it. I will not present it to anybody in the UK. And so now I just work with a few companies, just, you vet them and you make sure that these properties, so I have a team of people in Kenya. They actually go see these properties, they see all the documents, they see the offices and all that. And AMG, for example, has been in the industry for a while. You listen to people, when people are actually talking, you listen to them.
Like
and
there's proof.
There's proof.
A trail of.
And even when people speak, they're like, oh yeah, I know AMG. Oh, I have this good, like feedback. The feedback for AMG is quite good. But then, of course, people have come here and they've been conned by several real estate companies. But the experience with the people who have the good experience, it's been a good experience. Most people here want to invest back at home. At the end of the day, most people want to retire back at home. So it's my joy, to have people invest in good properties.
But that is a question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Because finally, here is a company that gives you both.
Mm-hmm.
As we are here in the UK, as you've said, we want to go back home or invest back home.
Yeah.
Now here's the first company to tell you you can buy property even in the US.
Yeah.
So you can be home in the US and own land, or you can decide, no, me after this time, after I make my money, I'll get to a certain age and I'll go and retire back in Kenya and relax. So you've been given two options here. It's you to decide which one you.
And especially people who've lived in the diaspora, we come here and we learn different cultures, and you see people from here like doing holidays. So it's, you can even see feedback already, people saying, hapo kwa Texas, hapo sawa sawa kabisa, Texas, nyama choma tuko tu sawa. So it's okay to have a kafroti in Texas, a kafroti in Kenya. So we're just really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add on what you're saying about wanting, investment is just a broad spectrum. You can have investment for, just as you said, to have your home, so that when you go home for the holidays, you have a place.
Or someone like me, can have a Airbnb there.
Absolutely, that's.
Are you guys building or
well.
is just land?
We are.
What do you have actually? We've not even had that. What does AMG have in terms of, even in the US and Kenya? Could you tell us, what do you have? What are you doing?
Yeah, I will get there briefly. So as I was saying, on top of just you can do business with your property. You can speculate and have money add value, because money is not valuable unless it's put it into good use.
If it's in my pocket, it's
it's just a piece of paper. But once it's put into good use, it's now value. That's now the value of money. Yes.
They say the only thing they no longer make is earth, and earth is land. So
absolutely. Actually, we usually say we are in a ministry of dividing God's original creation. So that's something we have to do.
That is strong.
And we
are in a ministry of dividing God's original creation.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. There is no more earth.
They're no longer making earth.
So when you're doing it, we are doing it with passion, and we have you guys in mind.
Yes.
And we really care. I've been here, I've seen how hard you guys work for your money. So I have newfound respect. Even when I go back home, I have newfound respect for everybody money who is in the diaspora. Absolutely. And you're diligent, you work hard, and I appreciate you. So that's why I'm here, to make sure that you have the best. Yes, just to get back now to your question of what we have.
You have.
Absolutely. So we have quite a number of properties scattered all over Kenya. We have ranging from affordable to also the premium products. For example, we have Malindi. Malindi is just 150,000. You can be able to invest your good 50 by 100, which is good size. You can do a 3-bedroom bungalow. Also, we have now a premium product all the way at Juja that is going for 3.5 million.
This is land?
Yes, this is land.
Not built,
we are actively working on that. Things are in the works and in the pipeline. As we said, we like to do one thing and do it really good. So it's coming.
So when
It's
you say
coming.
like
we have you guys
that product in
mind.
Malindi,
Yeah.
what are the where is Malindi? Because like someone like me who's in the UK, I don't know, the average person in the UK thinks Malindi. Where, how is it next to the? Because you tell me Malindi, I'm thinking, is it next to the beach?
Okay.
Is it close to the beach?
Yeah.
Close to the
So what is the
airstrip,
like aspects about the Malindi property you have?
Yeah. So I can take you on a journey. You get to JKIA, take your flight to Malindi Airport, and then from there we'll have someone take you to the land. Is about 30 minutes at a place called Baolala. Yeah, and the major thing happening there is we have a very mega multi-billion solar farm right opposite where our property is. So you can imagine it's also not just a property.
Is this another project by Ruto or just? Is it a solar farm that is actually existing or gonna exist?
It actually exists. Oh yeah, there's proof.
A solar farm in Kenya?
Yeah, there's a proof. Yeah.
It's there already?
It's there already.
Oh.
It's not news. Yeah.
So people can tap into that even if like I jenga there, my house might be, I will not need KPLC or something.
Yeah, true. We are not speculating. It's something in it existing. That's something you can
it's 150,000 Kenya shillings.
Absolutely.
And you can pay within 4 months.
Yeah, so
Violet, how much is that
in pounds?
How much?
It's actually
That's very affordable.
Around 870 pounds. Yeah.
870 pounds.
Yeah.
And you can pay that in 4 installments.
Yeah.
No, that's
But if you want
that once.
if you want to get
200.
Yeah. Absolutely.
200 pounds.
Yeah, every month, and that's you. You have lands.
You own something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think there's a thing about even encouraging the people who are fearful of investment.
Yeah.
Because people are fearful of investment, or they just don't know, or don't know the right channels and the right people or the right companies. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this is a good place to like try and encourage people to invest, because at least that is something you will leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Even sometimes I just usually say, you are a bit skeptical. Try us with something little, like 870 pounds, and see. It will be treated as equally as if you bought Juja, which is 3.5. The same respect, the same the same delivery.
Amna kitu ya kusema hapo ati afford.
Absolutely.
You shift moja. You guys.
That's a shift.
One shift, guys.
Wow.
Violet is talking like that because she knows that there is money here.
Yes, one shift.
That is money you can. That's why I said that doesn't need payment plans. That needs just pay.
Absolutely.
Shift moja so mbili ama shift mbili wase.
Yeah.
Then you have land in
I had a group of friends. This is a personal experience. I had a group of friends. I think I was the newest here, and then the mother friends, 2 girls and 1 girl and 1 guy, but them were like the people who've been here for longer have they have skepticism.
Okay.
And I was like in a group and I'm telling them, we always talk every day. I'm thinking I'm wasting time, because why do we have this chat every day and we're not talking, there's nothing coming in. I told them, see, we buy something and then we have a conversation every day, but in the back end, I can tell you, did we do it? Did we this? Did we this? Do we have this?
Yeah.
And then they were like, people have been cheated. Even my mom was told this, even this and that. And then, so even the fear of the parents is going into the Gen Zs now. So the Gen Zs are becoming very disconnected from trying to remember that Kenya is still their home. Or Africa, not even Kenya. Everyone is going back to Africa.
To the point, when you're on, to the guys who have no point of return from what Tony is saying, we have Texas, guys. This Texas.
If you want, we have Texas as well now.
Half an acre, guys, for 3.9 million. Call it even 4 million, right? Let me break it down to you. So half an acre has 4/8. So what I'm shikana wase 1 ama wase 8. Guys, 4 people is 1 million Kenya shillings, and you have 6 months to pay that higher. Even if you want to shikana with somebody else, just shikana with somebody else, that's 500,000 in 6 months. So it's really, really doable.
Yes, so exactly, and I understand their skepticism. It's not invalid.
Yeah.
It's well within their right to feel some type of way. Especially, they say once you've been beat, you always
Twice shy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but I'm here just to make sure that I stand and vouch for us as AMG because I've seen the process. I live and work in Nanyuki, and I've been involved actively in the process of transferring title deeds.
I've had a lot of people saying there's a lot of. Does AMG have land in Nanyuki?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but people saying actually Nanyuki is far, or how's Nanyuki looking right now?
Oh, nice. That's a very good question. So Nanyuki is, I'd call it a place where you can go and actually rest. And you can get all the things you need in Nairobi without the hassle. So
without the
everything
traffic jam.
minus the hassle.
And in Nanyuki, they have a bear. The only bear in Africa, guys.
Yeah, so it's
I think
somewhere
the only
you
thing I
can-
know
you
is
can-
that we have the UK has a camp there, something.
Oh yeah, the
soldiers
British
are there.
Army.
The British Army is there.
Yeah, the British Army is there. So one interesting fact in Nanyuki is very it's cosmopolitan. We have everyone, all people from all walks of life. And then also the weather is really, really good. It's just warm days and cool nights because of the influence also of the mountain. So the views again are to die for.
Yeah, I've not.
Yes,
I don't.
yes.
I don't think I've been to.
Oh,
Nanyuki.
I've been to Nanyuki.
You have?
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
Airbnb. You get like with swimming pool and all that. Just absolutely love it. It's a place to invest. And then now there's the game drives. If you have kids, it's just.
What
you know
park
when-
is there?
Huh?
Like
What park?
We have
international?
conservancies. We have
Oljogi.
conservancies.
Yeah.
We have Olpajeta. We have Segera. We have
How
Lewa.
far is Nanyuki from Nairobi?
Okay,
Kilometer
now
wise?
another interesting thing now.
Yeah.
We have dual carriage.
So that means you get there quicker.
Yeah.
How many hours? Too?
I think it's
2 hours 30 minutes by now you can be able
So it's like Nakuru.
Yeah, you just get Thika Road, boom, you are at Marwa, next minute you're in Nanyuki. Yeah, it's very convenient.
Yeah.
It's very convenient. Yeah, you can be able to invest there and just have your quiet moments. You know, the way you want to get away from the hustle and bustle and just
The bad
yes,
hewa.
yes, because the air is really fresh as well.
Yeah, I
Yes,
bet.
we have amazing restaurants. You won't be missing out, really. Yeah.
So now, Caroline, I'm your average UK person.
Okay.
Yeah? Sell me land right now. Tell me, Tony, what you can get, or I think this is good for you. What do you think? And you've heard Violet saying how much we can actually put into. We have also direct debits here. We have cars. We have a lot of things. We are trying to also do mortgages here. So we have a lot of things tying our money. But that doesn't mean we don't have money to invest.
Okay.
We just have that. Where are we investing and with who?
Yeah. So, as I said, we are here to make sure that we offer the solution, and there are various options depending on your needs, because
So you can cater to
a wide variety of needs.
clientele.
And that
There's someone who has $1 million sitting somewhere.
Absolutely.
There's someone like Tony who wants to know how much can I pay every month. Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of your needs range from, do you want a property for residential purposes, building your home? Do you want a property for speculation, where your money will grow and then you can maybe dispose it later?
So we can buy and sell as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, land has been proven to be one of the safest investments.
I want
Because
Violet to jump into this one. Violet, there's companies here that have sold land, and then I've heard that the value of reselling is not reselling.
I understand what you mean, Tony. I understand what Carol is saying. Since I've been in this for so long, so by the time I come and bring in like a property to the people I work with or the people of Scotland, UK, it's a valuable project. So there are people who will buy. Like I've listened to stories for the past 6 years I've been here, still doing real estate. The stories people give you it actually breaks your heart. So people have been conned by family, by friends, by real estate companies. So, and these are companies that are coming up, and say like AMG, they're not coming up. They've been there for a while. But these are people you say, okay, I have this amount of money. Like every product can be custom made for everybody. I'll say, okay, I want to pay in 5 months instead of 4 months. I want to pay in 6 months instead of 4 months. Can you guys allow that? And they will say yes. Do you guys build? We can get a project manager, or do we have that in-house? Carol will answer that. Does AMG sell this particular product? If I have bought it for, say, Malindi, 150K, 10 years, do I go back to AMG and say, please resell this land for me because I know you have a whole database, or maybe my neighbor would like to buy the same kind of land? Yeah, so I think AMG are quite good in that, and there are a few more property companies that are quite good as well. But before you ads, everybody, before you do anything, send somebody to the land. They do free site visits, right, Carol?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you do free site visits, go do your due diligence, guys. We say many and then you buy something and you're like, but do your due diligence, guys. Have, and these are guys who have title deeds, this proven track record. Sindo, Carol?
Yeah. So, yes, we offer all those, in terms of site visit, you can go and verify that the land actually exists, and then we have made sure that your property will be taken care of in terms of
what is even the people are very like me. I promise you, I'm very green.
Okay.
So this is me. I say, okay, Carol, I've liked the Malindi project, and you've said it's 870 something
around there.
Yeah. I have the money. I'm gonna start paying. Oh, so how do we do that?
Okay.
Like, is it a lawyer? Is it what? When will I get the title? What will I'm here?
Okay.
You guys are there. So how does it actually, really, literally
The
go?
process.
How does it go?
I'll take you back a little bit. You remember I was talking about our pillars, and I was at pillar number 3, yeah? So the other pillar is that all our prices are inclusive. So what that means, the process, everything from the minute you pay your 870 is going to be included there. We will have a witness who is an attorney.
Yours and mine?
We have one in-house,
Alright.
who needs to witness the process is going on seamlessly. You can also bring yours. We don't really have...
I can bring my own...
Absolutely. Why not? You can bring yours just to make sure that to put an eye on actually the process is going well. Things like stamp duty, which is the fee that has to be paid to the government. That one, we do it as well.
I don't even know there's what?
Yeah, it's called a stamp duty. Stamp duty payment. You pay some.
You pay to buy land in Kenya.
Of course, you pay to the government.
Are we paying this in the US also?
We'll fix that for you. Don't worry. As I said, don't worry about nothing. So
don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yes, I hear that a lot here. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Someone's told me when you get to London, if you know of no experienced enough love, they'll call you love so many times.
I know.
You may actually confuse
love.
Yes.
And then you think it's love. No.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You end up giving them land.
All your money from Kenya. Yes, so...
and actually, it's true, because I was speaking to my friends there in Edinburgh and all over, and they're Scottish like they're white people, and I'm telling them about Texas, and they're like, oh, that's quite affordable. So I could have like a what is it called, like a holiday home there.
Absolutely.
So this is just not for our black communities in Scotland or in the UK. It's also for
and
everybody
anyone
else.
who has money to invest can.
And actually, even a lot of Nigerians who are my friends, they've been telling me, Violet, how can I own land in Kenya? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I've been sending them details on how to own properties, and it's quite easy. I know a lot of friends as well, Nigerians and foreigners as well from other countries in Africa who've actually acquired properties in Kenya. So it's quite easy, guys. It's quite easy.
Yeah, we'll take you through the process, and it's not something actually. We've made it quite easy, so that it is as simple as I said. Investors don't need to be bothered. They just need the
to
process,
know what money and where to
where to put it, and then we take you the process, which is usually such a seamless process. you'll actually enjoy it.
And
Yes.
Carol, this price, right? Say hypothetically speaking, we are speaking about Nanyuki is 400k, right? 399. Yeah.
For Nanyuki, I have options.
Yeah.
I have ranging from 349.
Yeah.
I have one ranging for 549.
Yeah.
And I have one for 2.8.
Alright.
Yeah, for an acre.
Okay, so just talking about like one particular product, say Malindi, 150,000. Is that all inclusive? Like you're not gonna come and ask me money for
Absolutely.
processing title, money for staff
Yeah,
meeting. So
yeah,
this is
yeah.
all inclusive, right?
If once you
That's
do
what-
that money,
Uh-huh.
you sit back, do the paperwork, and wait for your deed.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That also includes like a free site visit.
Yes.
For somebody, if I want to organize for somebody in Kenya, right? Na
I'll
kuna
make,
lunch pia
I'll
hapo,
make it
kuna
even
choma.
better. I'll make it even better because
Like
I'll
a
offer
package.
something. I'll offer something for you to eat.
Nice.
Breakfast and lunch.
Nani flights? What? See, it's a flight. You
So
take
what
a flight
happens in
from Kenya,
Malindi?
from
What
Nairobi.
happens in Malindi?
Uh-huh.
You take a flight from Nairobi. You get to Malindi. Once you're in Malindi, because we do have an office in Malindi,
Yeah.
we will offer now the service from there to the Shamba.
All right. So you're not paying for the flights.
Unfortunately, no.
I
All
wonder.
right. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anything from Malindi,
Yeah.
we'll do that for
Oh,
you.
right.
Yeah.
But the flights from
It's
JKIA
pretty
is like
affordable.
15k is like
Yeah.
80 pounds or thereabout. Okay. So I mean to go check your land, it's it's worth it. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So all these products I'm offering, we can be able to have a conversation. I know I'm gonna leave my contact details if I'm allowed.
Yeah, you should.
So that you can reach me and we can have more conversation. I'll explain into details, even how the process goes. And then you can be able to invest various places, Nanyuki, Malindi, Nakuru, Naivasha.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
Juja.
Naivasha.
Texas.
Yes, Texas. Yeah.
Texas is exciting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very exciting.
You know, I have friends in
anytime I
the
mention
US.
it.
I wanna ask them, do they know?
Yeah.
Do they know AMG? Do they know they can buy land?
I know. I was speaking to my shit the other day, and he's a community chairman, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, Vaya, I saw that video, and I'm like, hiya, where is a place called Texas? Nina huko Kamulu ama ni wapi? Niko, yo, it's US. I'm like, wacha jokes.
Kuna nani ni Texas in Nakuru?
Texas
somewhere in ka village.
Niko zi ni US. This is very exciting.
It is.
Yeah. So
it
this is honestly is really exciting.
It just goes to show everyone, even our diaspora members. I like to call them family because I know we are all one. Is if you dream big
Things can happen.
and you just overcome fear, yes, you can do so
But
much.
I think that's it.
You can
you've,
do so
you've
much.
spoken to something.
Yeah.
You see the fear.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Yeah, and sometimes fear is good because it
Yeah,
is
it
it is
makes
a
you-
way of making sure you don't get into trouble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's something to overcome. Yeah. So you have to look at it. Where are you gonna lie?
And
Because
sometimes, sorry, Carol, and sometimes this fear is coming from a place of trauma.
Yeah.
Like, somebody has been here 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 2 years.
It's very detached.
It's not even about being detached, Tony. It's about I sent money for somebody to build me or to buy me
then something
land.
happened.
Oh, and 100% we even say that in the real estate. Like, ukituma pesa home, like
Yeah.
you just know 30% hiyo ni ya mfuko ya mtu. But now you find these new companies coming in, not new. I mean, when I say that, I mean AMG. Like, you find these companies coming in and they're like, oh, we can actually construct for you, or we can have, do you do construction?
as I said, not yet.
Okay.
But we are actively working on it.
Yeah.
We have you guys in mind, and you're in our hearts. So we are working to make sure that we get there.
Unajua Kenya, I can send my mom to go build. Okay. But Texas, nani atanijengea you guys? Kwanza hapo pa Texas.
It's been an interesting conversation. We're gonna take a little break.
All right.
Okay.
Have a song and then come back. But amazing conversation. I love the info I'm getting, and I'm thinking I'm gonna buy land. I don't know where.
Texas.
I'm thinking Texas now.
I know, right?
Hit me up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Attention all investors. AMG Realtors is here in the UK, bringing
Anything else you need to
unparalleled
speak about?
investment opportunities right back home. For the past 12 years, AMG Realtors has been your trusted partner in real estate, specializing in land that we proudly own and sell. We offer prime land in sought-after locations like Juja, Malindi, Nakuru, Nanyuki, and Kangundo Road. And guess what? Our newest investment opportunity is in Texas. But that's not all. Mark your calendars. Join us for a free mega dinner on Saturday the 24th at the Calabash African Bar and Restaurant from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's an evening you won't want to miss. We'll also be hosting one of the team members from AMG Realtors on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. She will talk more about various investment opportunities. Plus, we'll be in Glasgow until the 28th of August, ensuring your investment needs are met. AMG Realtors, where your dream investment becomes a reality.
It's time for a cultural bonanza. The Black and White Cultural Gala is one of its kind in Scotland. Join us to celebrate the rich and diverse cultures of Scotland. Come and immerse yourself in the vibrant traditions of the African cultures. Enjoy a cultural gala of beautiful regalia and delicious food that make our communities unique. It's a night to honour our heritage through food, music and dance. Special guest artist Shay Longtom Yu. Official DJ Manu. Get ready to enjoy performances, traditional dance and captivating music ensembles. Don't miss this entertaining cultural exhibition and culinary delights from Cameroon. On Saturday 14th of September at one of Glasgow's finest, newest and exclusive venue, the home of the great event, Park Lane Loft. 82 Orr Street in Bridgeton, Glasgow, G40 2QF. Event starts 5:30 p.m. until midnight. Secure your ticket now and prepare for a night of glamour and celebration. Entry ticket available now online for £20 at jamboradio.co.uk. £30 at the door before 9 p.m. Dinner served before 9 p.m. at affordable prices. Do not miss. Dress code. Embrace the theme with your best black and white attire or your traditional regalia to enjoy the sophisticated atmosphere of the evening. This cultural gala is going to be an unforgettable evening. Get your ticket now.
Now that you're gone away, my heart will always stay. So young and free like we were and we'll always be. Hata wengine wakisema watasema, sababu niko sawa, niko njema. Who's your blessed, no man can test. I let it go, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
Mambo freshi, staki kesi, kata keki, haraka upesi, sino baya, misi teti, kani guoku, kona jeshi, paper chasing, money making, kali taking, overtaking, kani racing, chuko fao, nipe malkia, staki ya shao. Bruce Melody, that'll be my brother, body show you how we flip it, kabado uja discover, tunaleta ka ibada, ina wale wakorada, tusiponge jo baraka, ni mona mkono wa baba, I'm on a roll, nime chill kama kokbari, this is when nime kuwa nikiflow saidi, niko sawa sawa, si wana gawa, omundu strong, rungu pia ni ya power. So here we go, a chili jo, uko shwari, mambo shwari. So here we go, a chili jo, from Nairobi to Kigali. So here we go, a chili jo, say 1, 2, 3.
Hata wengine wakisema watasema, sababu niko sawa, niko njema. Who's your blessed, no man can test. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
back. We're speaking about investment with
Absolutely.
AMG. I have two beautiful ladies in the studio today, and they're all selling properties. Wait, why is there no guys selling properties? Is there a game? Is this a thing so that we end up just buying and even we don't know? Yeah. Why is it?
Patient.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a ministry.
It's a oh my God! It's a ministry.
We are going to be taking time and making sure that you're comfortable and all. But that is not the reason why. It's just it so happens to be that we are representing here.
Yeah.
But quite a number of guys as well are doing property, and even our team is 50-50.
What's been your experience? You when did you come? And there was a couple of events happening in the UK.
Yeah.
So you put us last. You put Scotland last.
You know,
Or
we save the
Best for last.
Yeah.
I knew you. That's why they put ladies to make a box.
Yes. So we came. First of all, I've been in London actually.
Yeah. How was it?
With my colleague. He had to go back for some business reasons, but we white Kenyans in the park. It was really good. I
wanted to be at that event. How was it actually?
It was really, really good.
A lot of people.
Yeah, we had a lot of conversation, interesting conversation. People came to our booth, and we've made a lot of important connections and conversations.
Was Violet there?
No, I wasn't there at that particular day.
Which one did you go to?
Kenyans in the park. The same day we had the Scotland one, the one we had over 300 people in the park,
Yeah,
Glasgow
yeah.
Green. Yeah, so that's why I was.
But you were in England as well, I think, doing something.
Yes, I was in England.
What event?
Were
you? Did you guys meet at an event?
Yeah, we met in Reading in the park.
Ah.
Yeah. Actually, there I was there as well. Was also really, really insightful. I met so many people are actually doing something, and I commend everyone who was able
People
to
are
get there.
actually doing this and investing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
And the fact that people came and were interested to even hear, it goes to say that people are really invested and they want to do something back at home. So that was really encouraging. Yes, so that has been my experience. Been quite good. Met very very welcoming people.
Yeah.
It's been quite warm.
You've been okay. One question. So, okay, there's a boom, like there's a property boom, I think. There's a lot of companies right now. There's a lot of companies selling land versus 10 years ago. I don't remember having or knowing, or maybe I didn't know. I don't remember knowing a lot of people having this way that you're doing, like you're buying land because you said AMG owns the land.
Absolutely.
They're selling what they own.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
We didn't have this happening. Is there something that changed in terms of buying land in Kenya, or what is the shift?
Okay, you see now, like for example, I'll just mention briefly, like our founder, Andrew Modegitao, which are basically what's the
AMG.
where the name AMG comes from. He was actually in the diaspora for quite some time, and AMG was born out of a story of a bad experience.
Oh.
Yeah, he got
that's very
duped.
relevant now.
Yeah, he got duped and ended up not getting the title deed for the money he had paid for.
So he decided,
and up to date,
Yeah.
years later, quite a number of years later, he still has not been able to receive the title deed.
the original.
Yeah, him together with the wife. So when we talk about that, it's very personal, and it's an experience that even I myself have experienced it. I put some money with an uncle and ended up not getting the title.
You got duped and you're in Kenya.
Absolutely. So when we talk about now coming up with a company, it was a solution based. It was there
From a problem.
Yes,
We're solving a problem.
we're solving a problem. So it was just not something.
That
and
is
that's
very impactful. That is a very good story to have, or to even say out there.
Yeah.
That this came from the CEO experiencing something bad and deciding, I'm gonna do this for other people.
Yes.
People should not.
And it gets so personal sometimes, because when I say I came here like 2018, I had come to sell properties, and you listen to people's stories, and you actually on the verge of crying, because I now understand how people work and the shifts. Mpaka unawahurumia. So then I said, you know what, one day I'll start a company that helps Kenyans actually invest in Kenya.
Protects them.
Yeah, like through the whole process. Because sometimes you said like 10 years ago, there were not these companies. They were still there. So some were legit, some were not legit, you know. So when you come here and you understand, as you said earlier on, tukona bills, we have car bills, council tax, you name it. But you still have that urge for investing back at home. But then you need to invest in the right way, in the right properties. Because once you're duped, then you're like, manze, that was all my life savings.
Because that is like the one that you just, after you've paid everything here.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice.
That is the thing you have. And then it goes away. It's bad.
As I said earlier on, I have newfound respect for your money.
Yeah.
Guys, I commit, my heart is off, literally.
Na bado hujaenda shift. Shift moja leo.
Anafaa ende ka shift
kamoja tu 12 hours.
Yeah, so I've seen how challenging it can be, and it's quite a sacrifice. So as I said, it was born out of that, and that is why we have vowed and made sure that every single person that invests get what they paid for. Get what they paid for. And not only that, our customer experience is impeccable. We want you to
12 years, you said?
We've been in business for 12 years, We want you to enjoy the process. You know, we don't want you to we are always on. You can reach us anytime. That's why you can call. You can our CEO line, Martin, is always open. You can reach him. And if you don't get satisfied from my experience, call him. Call Andrew. You'll be assisted. Our office literally is an open door policy. We have no doors. So you can walk in and get the service that you need. Another thing is that our office isn't moving. So it's a permanent
Where's your office in Nairobi?
Yeah, our offices are at Thika Road,
Yeah.
Garden Estate, just opposite Garden City. Yes, so we are permanently there. That's our building. So what that means is that we're not a briefcase office. So even if you invest and for some reason you're not able to come home even after 5 years, you'll still find us there, and we'll be able to take you to see your property. So it is a solution based. It was born to give solution. After an experience that was unpleasant. That's it. Yeah.
How do we reach you?
Oh, absolutely.
How do we reach you? Someone wants to come tonight, maybe a shift. You've said there's a dinner tonight.
Yes.
Tunakula nyama choma.
Mnakula nyama choma. I'm ready for you guys. Please join me. It will be exciting. It will be insightful. We'll have very meaningful conversation. Looking forward to you joining the family. We call them Sorry, excuse me. Our clientele, we call them family of investors. So we're looking forward to grow the family. Join us. We have this conversation, and then looking forward to having you.
So what's your number?
Okay.
Do you have a UK one? We have a Kenyan one.
My memory has been, I've been quite up and down. I haven't been able to memorize it.
Don't worry.
But I'll read it out.
1 year into me staying here, I was still reading my number out. Because I had the Kenyan one in my head.
Yeah. I do have a UK number, but I also have a Kenyan number.
So they're both on WhatsApp and everywhere?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me. So I'll start with the Kenyan one.
Yeah, please.
So +254 793 960 796.
Again.
Let me go again. +254 793 960 796. Open 24 hours.
I can call you at 9.
Yes.
You don't sleep.
You can.
There's no office hours or something.
You can reach me
at any time.
I'm gonna do that for the sake of my diaspora customers and for the sake of my diaspora people.
Thank you.
But I also have an UK one, which I'm gonna read it out before my memory can pick it up. Yes. So it's 44 744 8791 551. Let me go again. 44 744 8791 551.
Thank you so much,
guys. Yeah.
Violin. Yeah. So, we've been speaking to Caroline. What do you do actually? You're a property consultant.
Yes, I am. So, when I go to all these events, in UK, and you tell people, oh, I live in Scotland, you can actually get a property for 70,000, 100,000 pounds, sorry. They're like, oh, can you get me that? Because I will get the same kind of property in England for maybe 300,000, and the ROI is the same. So I'm like, oh, okay. So can I get that in Scotland? So there's such a high demand because a lot of people have young families, so they would like to invest here. So they're like, okay, but then if I buy one here, I still want to have a retirement. The property I buy here will be for my children, but then where can I buy in Kenya? So that's where now we have companies like AMG coming in, and I partner up with them.
Because that's something about me.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I live here.
Yeah.
I work here.
Yeah.
I want a mortgage here.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want that home.
Uh-huh.
You know, I want that place where when I go to Kenya, I'm not going to someone's house.
No.
I'm not going to rent. I'm not going to a B&B.
Yeah.
I'm going to my place.
Yeah.
And apparently even mortgaging here is same as our rent probably.
Oh my, sometimes even lower. So when I got here, I did a course for 1 year in property investments, and so I will guide you to how you actually look for the property in Rightmove. What postcodes do you put? What areas do you need? Like what location do you need? I will guide you with the mortgage specialist. We have mortgage specialists in London. What kind of, do you have lawyers? I have the lawyers in my panel. I have shows with my mentors. They run in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, in most cities. If you want to get into property mentored, any kind of properties, we've got it.
Apparently, it's even cheaper in Scotland than England.
Oh yes.
To get a house and stuff.
I was even speaking to people in the Glasgow Kenya Moja event that was held 27th,
yeah.
And people in Glasgow, actually, when you speak to them, they're like, oh, because I live by the beach in the East Coast, and it's just 30 minutes drive from Glasgow, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is how you know Waindi wamehamia huko. There's a lot of Nigerians, there's a lot of Zimbabweans. So I literally know, I think 2 or 3 Kenyans around there, and I'm telling my people, my Glasgow people, my UK people, there's gorgeous places out here. Because the same property, you'll get it maybe by maybe like 100 grand in Glasgow, but it's like 60 grand, just 30 minutes off there.
So 60 grand might work out to be what for an average person? Because I think there's a fear. People think this thing is for wadosi ama mtu anafanya job fulani.
Yeah. As long as your credit score is okay, then you can get the interest rate maybe slightly lower. So it depends with every person. So the very starting point is I'll connect you with a mortgage specialist who will look at your financial situation. Okay, so this is what you earn. This is what we can give you. This is your credit score. So instead of maybe removing 10% on a property, so 10% of maybe 60,000 is 6 grand. So maybe they say because of your credit score is mbaya, I'm gonna give you have to remove 25%. But then the other thing people don't know, if you buy a property, you can remortgage it. You don't need to sell it, or you don't need to rent it out, and then that's it. So you can buy a property.
What does remortgaging even mean?
Yeah. So US Tony, you can buy a property, or even US Caro, you can buy a property, 100 grand. Then I always encourage people, buy a property, the smelliest, the dirtiest, So if you buy, So if you buy,
that's why I thought you buy a new house or a new something.
No. Always buy lina vibaya kabisa, because then you can add value to it. So ukiongeza maybe 20 grand on it, then after that, maybe you bought it for 60,000. You put in maybe between 10 and 20,000 pounds. Then after it's done, maybe 3 months, you've added value to that property, maybe by another 20 grand immediately. So if you put a tenant in that, it's called a buy to let. So if you put a tenant in that particular property, you can remortgage. You can go back to the bank and say, I'd like to buy another property. So this one is now worth 100K. It was 60 or something, so now it's worth 100K. So they give you the whole 100K, and you buy another property and another property and another property. So here is where our
this becomes a business as well.
Oh yes, now this is where our mothers who come in with chamas now, that's a plot. Even our agencies, guys, it's possible.
Wow.
Yeah, and once you do that, you can still invest bado in Kenya.
I'm curious, Caroline, how how many of the Gen Zs are because Gen Zs have changed the political nini in Kenya?
Yeah.
Are they
my
investing?
Gen Z people.
Are they investing?
Yeah.
Or are they needing
As
kufanywa
woke as they are,
Yeah.
they are woke in all aspects.
Wanafanya
Absolutely. So another interesting thing about us as a company is that we have products special and curated just for them. So like in Malindi, we have a product we call the Malindi Mayouth. What that means is just for them. So we make it relatively affordable. For just 120,000 Kenyan shillings.
All right.
You get
that divided by 165 is
Yo, is that another product besides the 150?
Do you know, Shanga? These things they're sounding so affordable.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you real?
No, that one is specifically for 18 to 30.
18 to 30?
Yeah.
They have to give ID.
Yeah, we have to, of course.
Oh.
Because we
So I told you this should be OMG. Because you guys have products that are like, what?
And the main reason for us to do that is to be able to encourage investment, and because
that's so cool.
You always hear these success stories. I bought my first property
when I was
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
Me, I hear that and I get angry because I'm wondering, what was I doing then?
Absolutely. And then
what will gonna buy properties?
Yeah. And then fast forward maybe 20 years now. If I buy a property and I'm 18,
imagine.
Do you know 20 years you'll be 38?
Yeah.
So you're still young. You can be able to enjoy
it or sell it or get money out of it.
Picture the value has gone maybe to something major. You know, Kenya is a growing country. So that means major things keep happening all the time.
Or something.
So it has gone to maybe like 3-4 million, and now you have 4 million. Even the cost of inflation couldn't beat it. Like
we're going to go on a break, but I remember someone asked Mike Sonko why he has money, and sijui nini akasema I bought property in Malindi when I was doing matatus or something, and then now when I'm selling it, he was selling it for money that he has never seen. And I was like, okay.
Do you know that's the same story? Warren Buffett, he started investing at 13.
That's the richest investor in the world, right? Warren Buffett.
Yeah, Twanzani was say.
So it's encouraging that you start as soon as you can.
As you can.
Yeah.
We should encourage them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We're gonna go on a short break and I come back again.
All right.
Nyumuna koto amunyimba lile choli Nire plasi nangu unyilike Lile nyitarde Sil khori mi fumutulu deji Ekele guru mi baba Sayaram deidaw Afinsi da fasir ne kunyam nyoko muna avoid Dolenko wanyi siko defe Nyinyak nyumunti jerinya Affair si da faser ne kurnyam nyoko muna avoid Dolenko wanyi siko defe Nyinyak nyumunti jerinya Affair si da faser ne kurnyam nyoko muna avoid Dolenko wanyi siko defe Nyinyak nyumunti jerinya As a nation we are yet to start Nach the basic human needs Mununya ko am Nach li mununya ko jerinyoy Kureng li mununya ko jerinyoy Internet bi mununya ko jerinyoy Eh baba dundu bi jafenay Price control amut Fi kuni jaye lula neex Nyaka gita Fi tay nyapa goredi Nyore dole wara liggey Tay nyapa giredi Daylight la ñuy rob like yow na kenn nekku ci ey réew mi na ko war a doxal ni ba seer baba yi wallaay affaire si dafa seer nekkul ñoom ñoo ko mën a avoid doo leen ko wàññi su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu mën ci jëriñoo affaire si dafa seer nekkul ñoom ñoo ko mën a avoid doo leen ko wàññi su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu mën ci jëriñoo Affaire si dafa seer nekkul ñoom ñoo ko mën a afford doo leen ko wàññi su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu mën ci jëriñoo ñu mun a ko
to amunyamba lele jole lire plasi nangu munyulige lele nyitarde sil khore mi fumuto teji ekele gere mi baba say ram de do we will I feel see the for sale me kunyo como na avoid don't let go one you secret the fate nyinya I feel see the for sale me kunyo como na avoid don't let go one you secret the fate nyinya I feel see the for sale me kunyo como na avoid don't let go one you secret the fate nyinya we will love.
Girl, let me show you how much I love you. With my lips on your own, let my hips do the talking now. Let me show you how much I care for you. You can relax, let me walk it. I go down on you and take you away. I never thought I'd share bed with a woman so fine. Usinipe kisa ndani leo nipe kwa sofa. For the liquor, turn off the lights, give me slow wine, second for me. For the liquor, turn off the lights. My chérie Sona, your body give me fever. My baby Sona, now I'm a believer. Oh, girl, your love is all me I want for life. Oh, hey Sona, your love is all me I need for life. Oh, hey Sona, baby take it down low, low. Simmer down, let me go slow, slow. Hold me, don't let go, no. Let me know what to do to you. Say my name cause it turns me on. I'll be giving you all night long. I know that you want me, baby, I'm ready, yeah, yeah. For the liquor, turn off the lights, give me slow wine, second upon me. For the liquor, turn off the lights. My chérie Sona, your body give me fever. My baby Sona, now I'm a believer. Oh, girl, your love is all me I want for life. Oh, hey Sona, your love is all me I need for life. Oh, my chérie Sona, rasa pitiliza. Oh, my baby Sona, sije kunyumiza. Girl, your love is all me I need for life. Oh, my Sona, your love is all me I need for life. Oh, hey Sona.
And we are back with AMG Realtors. I have Caroline from AMG. I have Violet, who's a property consultant. It's been an amazing conversation.
Yes, please.
Insightful.
Yeah.
We've been talking about property, something even I want to get into, but I've been thinking where, how, and what.
Yeah.
And these are the questions we've been answering, or we've been getting answers from our guests today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hear a little bit more. So this, first of all, we're going to eat nyama, which I'm excited about.
Free nyama choma, guys.
Free nyama choma tonight at Calabash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes.
From 4.
And then you get to meet Caroline personally.
Yes.
And she gets to tell you face to face about what amazing products they have.
Yeah.
And I'm so shocked that there's things that I can like literally the change I have.
Yeah.
Kentosha.
Yes.
There's Gen Z products.
There's Gen Z products.
There's Texas.
There's Texas.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really normal. I don't think I've not heard of such deals actually. This is honestly, I've not heard of such deals from any prior people I've heard coming around, sending their representatives. And you came alone?
Yeah, I came alone. I was with my colleague, my boss. Martin, but he had to leave and go back to Kenya for business reasons. So yes, I am alone, but I'm enough. Yes.
Wow, I'm alone, but I'm enough.
Oh yeah.
Don't doubt it.
Yes.
Strength of a woman.
Absolutely.
So people should come ready, come to meet you, come see you.
We'll walk through with the journey with them, and it's gonna be a fantastic one.
Yeah.
Yes, because AMG is, and that's the reason why we've categorically made sure that we come and see you guys, have an interaction, so that you can get a feel and get to know who we are.
There's this of touch. When you speak to somebody, you
sometimes
see them.
it's just through phone call and you're not able to see them, but once you put a face to the voice
name.
and to the name, yes, as an ambassador of AMG, I came ready and prepared.
Come out. Vayo, who are you calling up? Watu wanakuja?
Watu wanakam, messages na come through, guys are showing up. So we posted in all the platforms, social media. Guys are showing up.
Na what would you tell people about, like, you see, sasa tukikuwa real kabisa, people don't turn up for things that mean they have to take something out of their pocket. They turn up for something that tunakuja free dinner.
You see, that is one aspect to look at it.
Exactly.
You are not getting something out of your pocket. You are actually gaining something. You're doing it for you.
Yes.
You're doing it
and
for
your
you.
Kids.
And your kids, absolutely. You're doing it for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're trying to get someone to invest and whatever, they're not able to see but the value is actually lying with them.
Exactly.
The value is theirs. They come, they invest, they get to hear us, and then they are able to invest, and that will be value to them. So essentially is as an interaction for you to benefit.
Because I'm thinking we spend 120 easily on a night out, even more than that. That's 2 mzingas and that's us.
I think like are you ingiliaring me? We spend.
Kwa hivyo today we're not spending, you're coming to eat some free nyama, and then that money
because aboti is 100. Aboti is 100 pale tukifanya
we are taking deposits today, guys.
And this is the money you can put on your property, on your heritage. People will see that land, it will be yours forever. By the way, do people in this country, I know people have to pay after a certain time. You have to pay some property taxes. I don't know how that works out in Kenya.
Okay,
I think you're talking about freehold and leasehold.
I don't know. We have 3 types of title deeds. Okay, but that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why you're here, to answer all these questions.
Yes. So we have 3 types of title deed. We have sectional, that's for apartments, and then we have the freehold and the leasehold. So the freehold essentially means is land meant for agricultural use, and you own it for life.
All right.
So for leasehold, of course, there is some rates that you pay to the government, which is something affordable, something negligible.
And how do you pay it, like yearly or 1600? How frequent is the payments?
It's annual. It's annual, once a year.
That's when you're building.
Cut £10, India, 1600. What?
The 1600 shillings.
1,600.
Yeah, £10, guys, per year.
That is fair for 2 days. Okay. Bus fare.
Yeah, because if it's just you pay the land rate, it's called land rates. Land rates.
Okay. And that's the kind of title deed a foreigner who's not a Kenyan is gonna get. A leasehold, not a freehold. But if you're a Kenyan, you get the advantage of getting a freehold, like you own it for life with no taxes, guys.
So properties like Juja, which are lie more on that side of leasehold, because it's a property within the municipality, can be owned by a foreigner, and that means essentially that rate applies.
Yeah, I'm looking at your Instagram and I'm seeing Juja. Is it like a gated community?
Yes.
Is
Yeah. So Juja is one of our very prime products because it's a gated community. We have done the perimeter wall, making sure your property is secure and safe. Then we've done very good roads within the property. So you just park your car at your door, or actually park it inside.
And there will be someone who opened the big gate when I came in.
Because it's a
great product.
Yeah, it's a place where it's a community. So you get we have a gatehouse.
Yeah.
We have a majestic gate.
Yeah.
And also we have done street lights. So making sure your property is well lit throughout the night. Yes.
Generator, borehole.
There's water, there's municipal water, and also we've done a borehole so that we can connect the water to your property.
That's amazing.
Do you have a kids play area, things like those, added amenities?
Yeah, so what happens is that, like what we have done in Juja 9, we have left quite a sizable size, Saneka.
Yeah.
Where it's for amenities, social
that's
amenities.
Amazing, yeah.
Social
like
amenities.
Like a clubhouse.
Yeah,
a
something you
room,
can. Yes,
kids play area, things like those.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so once you do your home there, and there's a place where people can have social amenities around within the project. Yeah,
that's amazing. It's an amazing show.
Yeah,
I've gotten enlightened because unajua kuna ile kuwa fala for purchasing things like land. I think there's just a thing that you don't know, and when you don't know something, you actually don't know. But you see, getting information and being told from the person who actually will do that for you, or and I want people to come out tonight, come for dinner. Get more information.
To have an interaction with me.
Yes.
And then I'll speak more about our products. I'll give more details, and then we'll start the journey together tonight.
Yes.
And
tonight
then we
starts at 4 p.m. guys.
Please show up, and then we can carry on the conversation.
4 p.m. at Calabash. Nyama choma tuko nayo, but more productively tuko na information of where you can put your money's worth. Pahali haitapotea, itarudi, and it will always be there for you and your generations.
I'm so excited for Texas, guys. How I'm gonna own it, I don't know, but I'll own it.
I don't even know, but I'm like, I'm gonna call my friends in the US and tell them you have an opportunity to own land there. Stop renting.
And as I said earlier, that's half an acre, guys. Half an acre is divided by 4, brings us to an eighth. So you can even do it 4 people, 4 million. That's 1 million per person. 1 million in 6 months.
Yeah, people should think about numbers.
Numbers, guys.
Numbers. That brings us to the end of our show. I hope you all